Hey, what's up, y'all? This is Charlie. On today's episode, I'm going to be showing you how to make my delicious, crispy, oven-baked okra. Now, this is like fried okra, except that it's baked. We take the okra, we bread it with a seasoned egg, breadcrumb, yellow cornmeal, and all-purpose flour batter. From there, it is sprayed with an all-natural olive oil spray placed onto a baking rack with a pan underneath it, of course, and from there, it is baked to perfection. This recipe can get about 6 to 8 servings. It's a different take on fried okra, except that it's baked, well seasoned. It's the perfect appetizer. Absolutely delicious. So without further ado, let's get started. Alright, here's all what you'll need to make a crispy oven-baked okra. Let's get started with our ingredients. You'll need 2.5 pounds of frozen okra thawed, large eggs at room temperature, plain breadcrumbs, yellow cornmeal, all-purpose flour. Here I have some extra virgin olive oil spray. Now this is a 100% natural spray. It doesn't have any propellants or anything like that in it. And for your seasonings, you'll need some salt, black pepper, Tony Chachere's Creole seasoning. Now if you don't have this, you can use the Zatarain's Creole seasoning or the Slap Your Mama Cajun seasoning. You will also need some Chef Paul Prud'homme's vegetable magic. Now if you can't find the vegetable magic, you can omit it from the recipe. You will also need some granulated onion and granulated garlic. And for your tools, you will need some aluminum foil and an 11 by 17 inch baking pan with a roasting rack. And there we have it. Alright, let's get straight to it. Here we have our cut okra. Sprinkle 1/4 to a half a teaspoon of salt on top of the okra. Take your hands and carefully toss the okra. Alright, let's get started with our seasoned egg batter. So in this medium-sized bowl, I've added 4 large eggs at room temperature. And to that, I'm going to add 1/8 of a teaspoon of salt, 1/8 of a teaspoon of black pepper, 1/8 of a teaspoon of Tony Chachere's Creole seasoning, and 1/8 of a teaspoon of Chef Paul Prud'homme's vegetable magic. Take a whisk and stir all the ingredients together until well combined. Alright, let's get started with our seasoned cornmeal, breadcrumb, and all-purpose flour batter. So in this large bowl, add 1 1/4 cups of yellow cornmeal, 1 cup of all-purpose flour, a half a cup of plain breadcrumbs, and for our seasonings, add 1 1/2 teaspoons of salt, 1/4 teaspoon of black pepper, 1 1/2 teaspoons of Tony Chachere's Creole seasoning, 1 1/2 teaspoons of Chef Paul Prud'homme's vegetable magic, 2 teaspoons of granulated onion, 2 teaspoons of granulated garlic, and a half a teaspoon of cayenne pepper. Stir all your ingredients together until combined. Alright, here we have an 11 by 17 inch baking pan. Take some aluminum foil and line a sheet of the aluminum foil inside of the baking pan. Take your roasting rack and add it into your baking pan. Now I'm going to do something a little different. Here I have 2 roasting racks, and I'm going to place both of them on top of the baking pan side by side so that way there's more room. Alright, now I'm going to go ahead and preheat my oven to 375 degrees. Alright, let's get started with breading our okra. Take a small amount of the cut okra and add it into the seasoned egg batter. Toss the cut okra around in that seasoned egg batter. Remove the cut okra from the seasoned egg batter. Make sure you shake it really well as you want a light coating. From there, take the cut okra and add it into the seasoned cornmeal, breadcrumb, and all-purpose flour batter. Cover the bowl with a lid and shake the bowl to coat that cut okra with that seasoned yellow cornmeal, breadcrumb, and all-purpose flour batter. Alright, that looks good. And there we go, our cut okra is nice and breaded, as you see here. Take the breaded okra and place it into this large Tupperware. Take the olive oil spray and spray the breaded okra. Take your hands and carefully toss the okra. And from there, take your olive oil spray and spray the breaded okra again. And you're going to continue to do this until all of the breaded okra is nice and coated with that olive oil spray. Like how you see here, take the breaded okra and place it onto your roasting rack. Don't worry if the okra falls through the roasting rack. I'm going to show you how to get that from underneath there in the next step. Now I'm going to take the roasting rack with the okra on it, and I'm just going to set that on the side. And as you can see, look at all this okra that fell through, and it's now onto the 11 by 17 inch baking pan. We're going to carefully pick up that okra with our hands, and we're going to place them into a medium-sized bowl or large Tupperware. And I'm going to take the roasting rack with the okra on it and place it back onto the baking pan. And from there, take your breaded okra and carefully add it onto the roasting rack. Don't worry if some of it falls through, don't worry about that. Next, take your olive oil spray and carefully spray the breaded okra. Careful not to oversaturate it, you just want to spray just a little bit on there. Now it is ready to be baked. Place this into a preheated 375-degree oven on the bottom rack. Keep in mind that baking times vary. Bake this for 1 hour and 6 minutes. Alright, it's been about 1 hour and 6 minutes now for our okra. Let's remove this out of the oven. Now for some quick tips, you don't have to let this cool before serving. You can actually serve it right away. That's the best time to serve it. If the okra cools, you can always reheat it in an air fryer on 375 degrees for about 3 to 5 minutes. But you'll have to do it in small batches depending on the size of your air fryer. Here is the final presentation. And there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Crispy oven baked okra, made by a New Orleans native. If you like my channel, hit the subscribe button. Hit the bell button if you want to be notified of my videos. I have an official website for all of my recipes, including this one. Go to www.charliethecookandrews.com. You can also find me on Facebook, Instagram, and on Twitter under the name Charlie the Cook Andrews. Stay tuned as Charlie's Taste Test is coming up next. Can't wait. Now it's time to go eat and take a bite. Oh my goodness. Oh yeah. Oh man, this is the perfect alternative to fried okra. I mean, it is well seasoned. The okra has little to no slime in it. And it's also has a nice little crunch on the outside. I mean, the okra literally melts in your mouth. I mean, y'all, this is absolutely delicious. So, give the recipe a try. Anyways, I hope you all enjoyed the video. Thank you so much for watching. And until next time, have a good one. Peace.